Yeah.
And so that means what they're asking for beds is to make sure that it doesn't...
Exactly. Yeah, if you're new in this, make sure you be careful, yeah.
And before you enter this state of Ihram, is it advisable to perform ghusl?
Yeah, it's sunnah. It's preferable to perform ghusl, to apply perfume. You do whatever you want to do. Don't apply perfume in your clothes, in the ihram. Apply it in your body. And when you start your ihram, then you have to stop from this. You stop from cutting nails, cutting hair, applying perfume. For the women, wearing gloves, covering the face. And don't forget that the time of the Umrah is not that big. Say for example, let's practically talk about our issue. If you arrive 5:30 in the morning to Jeddah, if there is no delay, you come out from the airport, let's say about 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, depends on delay. Then we got another 2 hours to arrive to Mecca. So it's about 5 hours. If you arrive to Mecca and you want to go straight away to do Umrah, within another 3 hours you finish. It's about 6-7 hours in Ihram. That's it. You finished it. Then you finish your Umrah, you come out to the Ihram. So it's not a big issue. In Hajj, you do it on the 8th of the Hijjah, 8, 9, on the 10th you come out from Ihram. So it is not that long time you struggle. So you start the tawaf from Blackstone, you raise your hand, say Allahu Akbar, and you do the ittiba' and cover your right shoulder, then you start your tawaf. And now it's sunnah to make ramal, to walk quickly. It is not running and it's not normal walk, it's walk quickly. This is the sunnah. But if you have a mahram, if you have a lady with you, a disabled person with you, make sure you stay with them, don't lose them. Because if you do the ramal, if you think that if you do ramal and you lose them, no, this is not, you are not clever, then you are in a big problem. And if you are in a busy area where you cannot do ramal, just walk normally, what can you do? So the ramal you have to do in the 3 times, in the 3 rounds. The tawaf is 7 rounds. 3 rounds is with ramal. The other 4 without ramal.
And ittiba' as well, only 3.
لا, ittiba', I'm coming to this. Ittiba' for all until you finish tawaf. You finish tawaf, not sa'i. And when you finish the tawaf, you put your ihram back again. Ittiba', the Prophet ﷺ did ittiba' on the tawaf. Al-ittiba' فعله النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام في الطواف فقط. والسنة عندكم مبثوثة موجودة صحيح البخاري صحيح مسلم اقرأ وان شئتم. لا يوجد دليل فيما أعلم أن النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام اطبع بعد ذلك. وإخواننا الحجيج يطبعون من المطار إلى أن يرجع هو مطبع. هذا كله خلاف السنة ليس من السنة. So you do your tawaf in this, you start to make dua as much as you can. Do dua, increase your dua. You can recite Quran, you make tasbih, dhikr. There is no specific dua to say in that time. Nothing. But it's good to have some of these books that contain the supplications done by the Prophet ﷺ in different occasions. But when you make dua from the Quran or from the Sunnah, it's more stronger than you creating your dua. Now when you make dua, oh Allah, make it easy for me to finish my PhD, oh Allah, make it easy for me to marry that woman, oh Allah, make it for me to buy a car. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار والسلام عليكم. انتهى. دخل فيها كل الذي قلته وكلام حلو جميل لطيف معانيه عظيمة، بس تحتاج انك تتأمل فيه وتحتاج ان أكلك يكون حلال ومالك الذي سافر منه حلال والسلام الله عليك ترتاح. So instead of creating your own supplication, just follow the dua mentioned in the Quran and Sunnah. This dua and other ad'iyah like اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا اللهم يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك اللهم يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. أدعية كثيرة, a lot of supplications that you can take from the Quran and Sunnah and you can do there. But if you want to do specific dua, that's fine. But make sure you do dua properly, correctly. Not like some people. The Prophet ﷺ said, سيكون في أمتي أقوام يعتدون في الدعاء. There will be from my ummah people that they go extreme in dua. They go extreme and they make dua. And how you become extreme in dua? I'll give you an example. The companion who narrated this hadith, he was entering his house, he heard his son making dua, oh Allah, help me to enter the Jannah, and get a nice big white palace on the right side of the Jannah. You say, what are you doing? You say, if you enter the Jannah, alhamdulillah, you will be fine, white or red or whatever. This is extremism, okay? You don't go into these details. And that's why it's nice if you choose the Quran and Sunnah. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. Wallah, if you keep doing this the whole Hajj, you're lucky. You're lucky. More than enough. But it's highly preferable to do this dua. Now, what is the Kaaba? I don't know if you have a picture of the Kaaba here. Yeah, alhamdulillah, it's here. You see now the beginning of the tawaf, okay? Where is the red arrow there, okay? This, the black stone, الركن الحجر الأسود, the black stone. You're going, you leave the Kaaba on left hand side. The Kaaba will be in your left hand side and start your tawaf, okay? So you're going this way. This yellow circle is the Al-Hijr, Maqam Ibrahim. It's Maqam Ibrahim. It doesn't have any specific thing to do with it. You just pass by it and that's it. Before or after it, no problem. Okay? Kaaba will be left hand side. So the first corner where you start your tawaf, what do we call it? Hajj al-Aswad. The second corner, what do you call it? Al-Rukn al-Shami. Al-Rukn al-Shami. It's facing Sham, Syria. It's Al-Rukn al-Shami, the second corner. The third corner is Al-Rukn al-Shami as well. The fourth one is Al-Rukn al-Yamani, Yamani corner. When you reach the fourth one, you start your saying رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ until you reach the black stone again. Okay. So what is that small, let's say, wall? You see that wall? The green one? What is it? Al-Hijr. You know Al-Hijr? You know why we call it Al-Hijr? Why? You know why they've done this? Because this part inside the Hijr, it's from the Kaaba. If you manage to pray the 2 rak'ah, not all of it actually, it's a few meters, but if you manage to pray just straight away next to the wall of the Kaaba inside the Hijr, that means you are praying inside the Kaaba, which is good. It's okay. There is no specific reward for it as far as I know, but it's good. Why? What's the reason of this? You know, the people of time of ignorance, al-Jahiliyun, when you know that the Kaaba was demolished in the time of the Prophet and was rebuilt by them. So when they demolished the Kaaba, because the Kaaba was so old and need to be rebuilt, they were scared. So they said, we can't do it, you can't do it. Then Muhammad started and people, somebody started, people finished, demolished the Kaaba and they want to rebuild the Kaaba again. They said, make sure you put your clean halal money in this place, because the Jahiliyun, ignorant people that time, they know they glorify the Kaaba. So they said, don't put 1 tirsh haram in that place. Don't put 1 tirsh haram in that place. So what happened? What do you expect to happen? What's the most common haram they used to do in that time? Riba. Riba. Their money was full of riba. I think nowadays we have the same problem. Full of riba. And the halal money couldn't finish rebuild the Kaaba. So look at the haram money they used to have. So what happened? They just managed to build this small area. They couldn't finish all of the Kaaba. They said, okay, stop here, build it, and just put like small wall to indicate through this part. This part is still from the Kaaba. So that was the reason of having the Hijr there. So this is the Tawaf. There is a place called Al-Multazam. Al-Multazam, you see the door of the Kaaba? Do you see the door of the Kaaba? Yes. Okay, this door of the Kaaba, between the door of the Kaaba and the black stone, Al-Multazam. The companion used to go there and hold the Kaaba from there and make dua. Not everywhere. People, you find them everywhere. Some people, they bring scissors and cut the cloth of the Kaaba, take it back with them. Wallahi, they do this, and this is wrong. Haram are wrong, both. And no manner actually. Just people instead of putting some perfume in it, they just cutting the cloth of the Kaaba. So this place is multazam. If you manage, which is very, very, very difficult, it will be busy. If you manage to stand up there and make dua, it's good. If you manage to touch the black stone, good. If you kiss it, this is number one. Not touch it and kiss your hand. Not have a stick and touch it with a stick and kiss the stick if you can. All these I didn't mention because it's so difficult. In Hajj it's so difficult. You can do it in Umrah. But this is the Sunnah. But if not, then just raise your hand and say Allahu Akbar, and as I said to you, you do your tawaf. There were a narrow between the coming out from the side, the corner of the black stone, to show you where to start your tawaf. It caused a lot of problems. People stand up there, face the black stone, mention something, so they make delay. So they've taken it out, which is good. Don't go extreme, actually. It's easy. It's not a mathematics that 1-1. It's just face the black stone and say Allahu Akbar. It doesn't mean that you must be straight away face. This is extremism. Allah made it easy. Alhamdulillah. You just face the black stone, say Allahu Akbar, and start your tawaf. Finish the tawaf. After you finishing tawaf, what to do? No.
Another corner, the Yemani and Shami. Shall the Hajj?
No, there is no, you don't need to raise your hand in any other corner. It's only in the black stone. The rest of the corners, just normal. Jazakallah khair, good question. Normal corners. But if you can manage to touch the Rukn al-Yamani. Which one is the Rukn al-Yamani? The last one, the third one. If you start counting from the black stone, it will be the fourth one, as the brother said. The one just before the black stone. If you can't touch it, yes. But no kissing, no raising your hands.
What about saying Allah Akbar?
No, nothing. If you just can't touch it, touch it. Otherwise, you don't need to kiss it, nor that saying Allahu Akbar or raising your hands. But doing the dhikr from there, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وفي الآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وقنا عذاب النار. When you finish, then you go. Drink Zamzam. No, before Zamzam, sorry, you uncover your right shoulder, then you pray 2 rak'ah. If you can make it behind the Maqam Ibrahim, that it is good. If not, anywhere in the Haram, you do it, it will be fine. Pray 2 rak'ah, relax, then go and drink Zamzam as much as you can. It's from the Sunnah to drink Zamzam as much as you can. And before drinking Zamzam, make dua. It's a time when you make dua, and dua inshallah will be accepted. Before you start drinking Zamzam. Before you start drinking Zamzam, make dua.
Yes, if you forget something during the tawaf, is it permissible to repeat the tawaf?
Like what? You forget something like what?
Forget to...
No, all these things are preferable. All these are preferable. It's okay. As long as the main thing in tawaf, make the Kaaba left hand side, start from the beginning of the tawaf and finish with the same place where you started. This is the main thing, that you cover the whole area. The rest is okay. These supplications, things like this is okay, inshallah.
Every time you pass the black stone, we should repeat and say Allah Akbar.
Ahsan, good question. You need to remind me. Wallahi, I didn't prepare anything, I just come like this. So the brother say, every time you pass by a black stone, you need to raise your hand, do what we mentioned. What we mentioned before. Except the 7th round. In the 7th round, when you finish, when you reach the black stone, make sure you reach the place where you stopped, the black stone. Do you understand this point? This is very important. If you are making the 7th row around, and just before the black stone, say it's easier to come out from here, you just come out. No, if you haven't finished the 7th round, you haven't finished your tawaf. Make sure you reach the place where you start your tawaf, which is the black stone. Then you come out. Don't do anything. Don't raise your hand in that one. Why? Because when you go and cover your right shoulder, pray 2 rak'ah, then you go to drink Zamzam, finish Zamzam, and you're preparing to go a sa'i. What to do? Go back to the black stone and raise your hand. Then go to the sa'i. Is it clear? Hope so.
في الطواف يجب تكون متوضي، لكن في السعي ما تكونش متوضي ولا لا؟
أحسن. The tahara purification during the salah, during the tawaf and during the sa'i, I'm not going to go giving you my own opinion. I can give you the opinion of majority of the scholar. It is compulsory to the majority of the scholar to do to have to be in tahara when you do tawaf. And it's agreed upon to do sa'i without tawaf, without